I'm your host and producer, Kent Reese. Here's Chase, everybody.
Hey, what's up, Hokie Nation? How we doing today, Kent?
Doing good.
Good. Should be doing good after that Hokie win Saturday.
Yeah.
I think all the Hokie Nation's in a pretty good mood right now.
Yeah, I know.
So Virginia Tech got the win, folks. We got the win.
Yeah. I did saw that Bayshawn Tootin got hurt, and I got a little bit of news from that. Last time I saw...
You go ahead. I'm ready. Yeah, what'd you hear?
Last time I saw it on X, Kobe Cowboy from 247 Sports saw he was in a boot. Then he saw on ACC PM that Jalen Lang said he's probably going to be good. Jalen Lang calls him a drama queen or something like that.
All right, that's good to hear. I hope he's right because he's definitely our workhorse right now. So, I hate to see him get hurt, man. He's just having such a good season so far,
Yeah. We would get information on him and Xavier Pod this week on the press conference.
Yeah, I saw he went down twice, right?
Yeah.
During the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, hopefully speedy recovery for our boys.
Yeah. Anyway.
Right, what's your thoughts on the game, man?
It looks pretty good. It looks good. It started at 12 o'clock. I was at work, and I was coming home, and I listened to on the radio, and that two things looked good in the first half. That's cool. 2 easy touchdowns.
Definitely. So you were able to watch some of it?
Yeah.
Okay. I was playing golf while they were playing, but we did have it on the radio the whole time, so I was able to keep up and hear everything happening. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, but man, how about Kyron Drones, man? Hat trick.
He thrown a touchdown. He throws a touchdown to Benji Gosnell. He looked pretty accurate. No touchdown. No turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
No nothing.
Exactly. Yeah, that first touchdown to Benji Gosnell, that was just smooth. So smooth, Yeah. I really liked that play. But yeah, he threw and passed and ran. I mean, that's something else. You don't hear that too often.
I know.
But yeah, so you want to talk? What do you want to get into first about the game?
Let's talk about that trick play that he did.
Oh, the Philly special.
Yeah, he tossed it to the Bayshawn Tootin. Then he gave it to Bayshawn Tootin for pass it to Jalen. Jalen throw the Bayshawn Tootin and he throw the Common Drones, into the end zone, and Common Drones caught a touchdown.
Man, when I heard that on the radio, I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Holy cow, man! That's feels so cool when that happens."
Yeah, it is.
He, that's just we don't see trick plays too often with Tech anymore. I feel like not like I feel like we used to, and then when we do, it rarely ever works. So like that's one of the most energizing plays. I think I would have loved to have seen how the crowd was. I bet you that was super cool when that happened. But yeah, I mean that play right there was big. Georgia Tech, they started out with the lead in the first quarter. I thought when we didn't score in that first quarter, that's always a key thing for us. When we don't score in the first quarter, or whether we do or don't, dictates usually how the game's going to go. But I was glad to see we bounced back quick in the second.
Yeah, Georgia Tech just kicked a field goal. They had 2 field goals in the game.
Yep. Yeah, great play by the defense. Holding the 6 points. That's you don't see that too often between 2 ACC teams. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I know. Right.
Hello, how are you? We're good.
Thanks, my friends. Thanks for the comments.
Thank you. So yeah, I think the defense showed up. But so started out with the Drones touchdown to Gosnell. then we had the second touchdown where he catches it. And third touchdown was one we've seen a lot from Kyron Drones. We've seen those runs in
Yeah,
plenty of times from him, but just to seal the hat trick was just so cool. I wonder
that
if
kind.
Coach Pry caught that on purpose to see if he could do it.
Yeah, everybody on defense went in based on everybody. Half of the defensive line has tackled Tootin, and they thought he had the ball, and he faked it.
It was a good fake. Yeah, I mean that's when the quarterback's real good at hiding that ball. Those defensive players will bite, and it's pretty cool. So pretty cool to see. So there's just three scores. Not like we really lit it up on offense, but when your defense shows up the way they did, you don't really have to do too much. You can get away with just scoring 21, which got to credit Georgia Tech's defense a little bit, holding us
Yeah,
back a little bit. We've really been on a tear offensively here recently, and holding us to 21 was not bad by them, but our defense played a little bit better.
yeah.
So
This guy want you playing the games. I haven't played no games in a while.
what's that?
This guy's wanting you playing. You do playing the games.
You guys play games? What, like video games? Oh, like both your hats. Thank you. I play a little bit of Fortnite here and there, maybe a little bit of Rocket League, 2K. Not that much though. You guys play Fortnite. I don't. We're talking about Virginia Tech though,
Yeah,
buddy. But not sure if you're a fan or not. But yeah. Anyways, so yeah, like I was saying, when defense holds them to 6 points, Kent, that's good enough to beat just about any team in the country if you can do that. So um, I think we got to give a special shout out to the defense.
yeah.
So yeah, what were your thoughts on the interceptions that we had? Because then we had
I,
two interceptions.
yeah. I mean, that first interception by Conte Jenkins. That was a good interception. He just throws it right to him.
He had 10 tackles.
Yeah, 10 tackles for 2 tackles for loss.
That's yeah. He looks like he was the top performer for sure. He's our linebacker, 6'3",
Yeah,
219 pounds. He's a big dude. Yeah, I didn't see that. Like I said, I couldn't see it, so we'll definitely look at the highlights. I'd like to look at some of the highlights. I hadn't had a chance to look at all of them. I saw a little bit on ACC Network, but Mansour Delane, he had a good game. 8
yeah,
tackles.
yeah,
I mean, we
yeah,
made a lot of. I mean, which it makes sense that they didn't have touchdowns, so we're going to have a lot of tackles. But I mean, these are good numbers to see. These are a
yeah.
lot.
And I
Not a
think,
not a ton of sacks. So we just had the one.
yeah,
I checked APR on the list of the on the NCAA's sack list, and he's second right now. He's half sack back
yeah,
from somebody. So, but he's still having a killer season. He did 3 tackles, 1 solo tackle.
yeah.
Wilfred Penn. I don't think I know him too well on defense.
Yeah, I think he's a backup. I think he plays a lot.
Oh, he's a defensive lineman. I have to
Yeah,
see. I wonder if did we have like a pass deflection or something, or do you know?
I think. I
Okay,
forgot. Yeah,
gotcha.
these, like I said, these 2 interceptions. The one when Jalen Jones, the safety, the other safety. I think that was there was a reflection. I think I can't remember. It was
Okay, gotcha. My
yeah,
bad. I got a little confused. My bad. Wilfred had the sack. I was thinking he had the interception. Who had the other interception? Kelly Lawson or
Jalen Jones,
Jalen Jones? Okay. Yeah, I got you.
the other safety.
Other safety. Yeah.
Yeah, and the
He's a
backup.
senior.
Yeah, but I want to ask you: is this starting and that backup quarterback Zion was Payon? I can't pronounce his name. He didn't do
Zach Pyron.
Zach Payon, and And Georgia Tech and the true freshman, they had an opportunity. They could catch up in this football game, but a couple of the wide receivers for Georgia Tech dropped a couple passes.
Oh, did they?
They sent out a new quarterback, number 12.
What happened? Did the guy get hurt?
I don't think so. I think he just got replaced.
Yeah, well, he was 10 for 22, 76 yards with an interception. So I guess they had seen enough at that point and wanted to do something different. But this guy's
Yeah,
a true freshman, you say?
yeah. The backup quarterback's a true
Aaron
freshman.
Philo. Aaron Philo from Georgia. Looks like that was probably his second game of the season so far because he doesn't have a lot of stats.
Yeah.
But okay. So you thought he looked pretty good?
Yeah, I thought it looked pretty good. This is sometimes I
I mean,
guess
184 yards is pretty good. I mean, he doubled that other QB's yards with about the same amount of completions.
yeah.
But he still had a pretty low completion percentage, just less than 40%. I mean, 11, probably between 35, 40 some percent, I'd say, but not that great.
And part of the reason is a couple of times their receivers drop a couple of passes too as well.
I got you. Was it
Yeah.
part of the good defense, or were they just actually they should have caught him?
I guess it should have got. I guess a little bit of both, but I guess.
I mean, did you see him?
Yeah, I
Did you
seen
see
him.
him? You thought they should have caught him?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that sometimes makes or breaks a team. Sometimes that is the difference, but hopefully some of that comes from the pressure the defense puts on too. But drops happen.
Yeah.
I wish it showed how many drops they had for like receiving like that. You know what I mean? I can't see that, but I mean, yeah, they put up better passing yards than us. They had 260. We just had 134.
Yeah.
6 of those were Jalen Lanes. But pretty solid running from everybody. Tootin
Yeah.
had good stats.
Yeah.
Aiden Green, I haven't heard of him. He must be a new guy.
Aiden Green ain't a new guy.
Oh, he's a receiver. My bad. Well, okay.
Yeah, Aiden Green comes in good moments. He played last year. Remember, he made that great, amazing catch in the Military Bowl last year.
I kind of forgot, but you're not seeing a lot of Malachi Thomas snaps anymore, are we?
No.
You heard anything on that?
I think he just not getting very much snaps. I think Bashan Tootin that just getting Bashan Tootin the ball more. He's not.
I mean, it makes sense. Tootin's the hot back. I just didn't know if you had heard anything.
No, Bashan Malachi Thomas ain't hurt or nothing. He just not getting very much playing time this year.
Gotcha. They had 2 sacks against us.
Yeah, that Georgia Tech defense. I mean, all the time we turned the ball over a couple of times. We can't do nothing on offense in the fourth quarter. The Georgia Tech defense shown up.
They definitely did, yeah.
But here's the interesting part is,
go ahead.
What if Hines King wasn't hurt? What if he was? So you think it'd be a different game, or do you think we still would have won? Or
which one's he?
Hines King's the original starter for Georgia
quarterback?
Tech. Yeah, the quarterback.
I didn't know I didn't hear what happened. He
was hurt ribs. He couldn't play in this game.
It's always a big thing when you don't have your starter. So it definitely probably played a factor. I mean, that's the thing because they beat Florida State already, right? Didn't Georgia Tech beat Florida State?
Week 0, and he was the quarterback. He let Georgia Tech look good on him, and he got hurt. And then he should be back next week.
Yeah, they barely lost to Syracuse.
Yeah, and when they're back at quarterback, they got blown out by Notre Dame.
My bad. I got a phone call.
Oh, that's okay. I figured I know who the original starter was.
No, I didn't really do my research, to be honest with you, on Georgia Tech. I hadn't watched them a lot this year. I just knew they beat Florida State in the first opener when they were ranked 10th. So, and I knew they had a close game against Syracuse. I remember um, that that was a close game. I remember watching that one. Man, they beat the heck out of VMI and
Yeah.
had some good wins against Duke and UNC, which they're not that either one of those are super strong teams, but they played a lot of ranked teams this year. They've already played 3 ranked teams technically.
Yeah. Georgia Tech got a tough schedule. I know
They
they got
do.
good. I know they got a good running back in Jamal Haynes. He was pretty good.
They even played, dude. Georgia Tech plays Georgia in the last game of the season.
That's their rival. They always play Georgia.
True. Yeah. True that. True that. I mean, I'm just saying that's a tough schedule, man.
Yeah.
Who were you saying? Jamal Haynes?
Jamal Haynes is the running back, and the main starting quarterback is Hines King, I think.
Yeah, but
Haynes.
Haynes didn't do anything. He only had 47 yards. You know,
Yeah.
his long was only 9.
Yeah.
So it ain't like he didn't really get like it don't look like he got a ton of first downs or anything. They gave it to another back who got a little bit more per carry.
Yeah, our defense. I won't give our defense credit. We hold Georgia Tech for 0 touchdowns and 2 field goals. The
I mean,
whole
that's
entire.
a team effort too, man. Like that takes all 11 guys out there. Like it's a team effort to do what they did because everybody made plays.
Yeah.
And it won't even it won't like APR was the leading guy. Somebody else stepped up.
Yeah.
So it's pretty. I mean, I'm pretty pleased with this overall, Kent. I think overall we got to be happy with the win, regardless if the guy started or not. I mean, that's just
Yep.
part of football. Part of football. I mean, we're going to deal with an injury here now with Tootin, one of the best backs in the country. So hopefully it's okay. Hopefully he's all right. But it happens to everybody. Unfortunately, we just
Yeah.
gotta be thankful it didn't. When we weren't on the receiving end of that. But
Yeah.
I mean, heck, we've been there. Remember when we were playing Ohio State with Michael Brewer and he broke his collarbone? He
Yeah.
was doing real good that game. Gave us the lead at halftime, and
I
that
remember.
one injury changed everything. So it can definitely be devastating. But just for Hokie fans, we just got to be glad that we got out with a clean win. Not a ton of mistakes, especially on offense. Um, yeah, pretty much. I was pretty pleased with it, Kent.
Yeah, me too. Like,
Uh, Go ahead.
like, this thing's been doing great, and gotta look forward to Saturday.
Yeah, I heard them say that this was our first 3-game win streak since what, 2019?
I
Or
think so.
maybe it was just a 3-game. It could have been a 3-game ACC win streak, or either it was just 3 games in general. But man, that's good. I mean, we got to be happy with that.
Yeah.
That's a good turnaround.
And here's another day. We played close against Georgia Tech in the past before anyway.
Absolutely.
We beat them like 23-20 in 2015. Lost a couple. I think last in 2013 we beat them 17-10. 2012 we beat them 20-17 in overtime.
We lost by a field goal to them when I was there because I watched that game. They
Yeah,
kicked the field goal to dice it.
yeah, and we beat them 28-10, 28-21 in 2010. Yeah, we played close.
Mm-hmm.
2011 was a pretty big blown out win. It was 37-26, I think. And then I think the last time we blown out Georgia Tech was 2019, 2018. We put 45 points on them.
I can't exactly remember, but you're right though. They do typically play us tight.
Yeah.
I've always you always got to take them super serious regardless of their record.
Yeah.
Because they come in, they always come in ready to fight. So
Yeah.
credit to Tech for being, jumping up ahead early and not stopping, not letting them get any big plays and stuff like that. I mean, we really limited to big plays. It looks like they didn't have any long runs. They did have a long pass, I will say. He had a 57-yard catch. That's pretty long, but two or three 20-yard catches. So a few, but those also could have came towards the end of the game. I don't really know, or could have came at different times. Looks like whatever resulted from them, they didn't really score. Hey, Ken, didn't they block a kick?
Yeah, they did. They blocked a field goal. It was gonna be a 55-yard field goal.
I thought I remember hearing that on the radio. I wish I could have seen it. I hate to hear that.
Yeah,
But it's sometimes it happens. But that right there. I mean, that's three more. Those three more points. You never know. That could have really mattered. So thankfully it didn't. Um,
yeah,
you said it's 55 yards.
yeah, 55-yard field goal.
He probably kicked it a little low trying to get it there. And it just happened to get smacked.
Yeah,
Thankfully they didn't. It must not have been a bad one. I don't know what happened. Like, did you see it live when it happened?
saw a lot.
Did they recover it?
It wasn't a bad kick. I think the defense did a good job blocking it. They say that this is the fifth block field goal they block on special teams. They got Joe
Back
pretty good.
on.
Yeah,
But they didn't recover it. I mean, obviously they didn't run it back, but did they recover it, or was it just like a missed field goal?
I guess it's they
Or did they recover it and then they just didn't score?
I think this
Okay.
guy excited.
I got you. You want to look at some of these highlights?
Hang on. We need to mention that Keontae Jenkins stopped them on 4th and 1. That was back in the, and we stopped them on 4th down. This is the second game we stopped them on a team on 4th and 1. We has not stopped Georgia Tech on 4th and 1 in a while. Back in the good old days, we just always stopping Georgia Tech 4th and 1, 4th and 2. We remember they did the triple option on the pole. Those was a.
Oh yeah, that's what they always used to do to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Jenkins, right? Jenkins.
Yeah, and I remember for Paul Johnson, I was getting mad because we stopped him on a 4th and short.
Those are big plays. I mean, those plays there are literally game winning plays.
Yeah.
Those are huge.
Yeah.
Big game.
Yeah, you can show some highlights.
All right. I'm getting pulled up real quick. I'm just gonna kind of start at the top and let it do its thing. I guess I could just do they got a 2-minute clip. It was just full highlights. I'll just play that one.
Okay.
Watch a good little recap real quick.
Byron to throw. Looking downfield as a tight end. That's a first down near midfield. Josh Beetham back in the game after missing last week. The transfer from Michigan. Aiden Burr from 34 yards. Good snap, good hold. The kick is good. 17 yards in the first quarter for the Hokies. They're exploding on this run.
He's wide open right there. Can you see it okay?
Yeah, I can see it good.
Good snap, good hold. The kick is down.
That's a good kick, Kent, because it was windy out there. I was playing golf in Roanoke, and it was pretty windy.
50-yard field goal.
Yeah.
Georgia Tech within one. Watch out here, too. Makes a man miss. Inside of Georgia Tech territory and down to the 34.
Good run right there by Tootin.
Yeah, 41.
For this Virginia Tech Hokie team, Drones. Now the reverse. Wade wants to throw it back to Drones. Touchdown, Hokies.
I just can't believe he was that wide open.
Yeah, I know.
Nice. That's the linebacker, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Great interception. He's a big dude. They did try to tackle him. Dang.
Yeah, they did.
Tootin's probably like, dang, Drones, I took a beating for that.
15 seconds of this third quarter. Philo to throw on play action. Avoids the rush.
Oh, wow. This must be that super long pass.
Singleton makes the catch inside.
Hey, let's just back that up, though, Kent, just a second. That was that big play they had, the 57-yard pass. Look where they're at, though. They're at like the 16 or 17-yard line on their own yard line. So, I mean, if you're going to give up a big play, that's the time. I mean, that's literally about the only time you'd ever want to do it,
Yeah.
So
19 seconds of this third quarter. Philo to throw on play action.
you gotta give it to him. That's a heck of a throw right there.
Yeah.
He had two guys right there around him.
Double coverage.
From Philo and double coverage and Singleton came down with.
I think that's everything on the. I think that's all of them that they have on ESPN.
Okay.
So not quite as many as we're used to seeing with the scoring, but I guess they don't really show a lot of the defensive stops. That's not quite as exciting.
Yeah.
One thing I do want to check real quick that I'd like to see how many punts there were, because I heard something about like a record amount of punts. I don't know if that was true. I mean, they did 7.
7 punts.
Did we had 10 punts?
Well,
Did you see that, Ken? Am I reading that right?
didn't-
Peter Moore had 10 punts for
I didn't
490
that.
yards. Huh?
I didn't saw that. The defense and Georgia Tech, both defenses did good in the late third and fourth quarter.
I think that we really punted it 10 times.
Well,
I mean, did you see a lot of like 3 and outs by us and stuff?
I think so.
Okay. Man, that's a lot of punts. And he had 5 that was within the 20-yard line, which is pretty good to see. And they had 0 inside the 20, and they punted it 7 times. So, all right. What you think?
That thing was great. Great.
Yeah,
That
I
was
do too.
great win for us. What do you think of other ACC teams? Duke and Syracuse and SMU playing overtime. North Carolina crushed Virginia.
Duke and who played overtime? Miami?
SMU.
Oh, my bad. I was on the wrong week. I mean, Pittsburgh's still steady rocking and rolling. They're 7-0. I mean, you can't sleep on them. They pretty much walked all over Syracuse. Boise State got a win. Are they in the ACC?
No.
This is in the top 25. My bad. Louisville got a close win over BC. I mean, that's, they're just kind of fighting and clawing. Miami beat Florida State pretty easily. You say SMU won in overtime?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see that. So, what did Duke go for 2?
Duke go for 2, and the problem, Duke had field goal problems, man. They had a couple blocked field goals, a missed field goal. So Duke went for 2. Probably go for 2. Don't take a risk. Block field goal.
What do you say? Go for 2?
Yeah, I said screw it and go for 2.
Yeah. But that's man, I don't know how I feel about that. I'd be pretty upset if I'm a fan. If you can't kick a field goal, like what's going on? You're an ACC program. You can't find a soccer player that can kick for you.
Yeah,
just as good. I mean, I don't know. That's kind of wild because I mean, SMU probably scored first, and then Duke tried to win it. Is that what happened, or did Duke score first?
I mean, SMU scored first, and Duke tried to win it. That's how it was.
Right. That's what I hope to happen, but you never know. Man, looks like you said, UNC big win. Wake Forest squeaking out one against Stanford.
Yeah.
You know what I'm noticing? Because Cal got a big win against Oregon State, but the new teams coming into the ACC aren't doing as hot,
Yeah.
Well, SMU is doing okay, right? Yeah. SMU's doing good, but the other ones aren't. Cal and Stanford aren't doing too hot right now.
I think I hear Stanford is very good in electric sports. I think Stanford and Cal ain't good in basketball either. I don't think.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang. They must be having some recruiting issues.
Reminds me of basketball. And there's going to be 18 teams. There's going to be 15 teams in the ACC tournament.
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
And those 18 teams, there's going to be 15 teams in the ACC tournament. I saw.
For basketball? So 3 will get cut out?
What?
3 will get cut out? The bottom 3?
Yeah.
Interesting. Why is that? Do you know?
I didn't. The guys in Texas Island didn't say. I got a feeling because it's gonna be too long. Because there's always the first round, a bye and a double bye, and there's the quarterfinals and the semifinals as usual in the ACC title game. So it's probably too many teams.
Gotcha. So yeah, I guess what stands out the most is that UVA lost pretty big to UNC.
Yeah.
Because UVA's played some decent games this year, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like they played Miami close, right?
I
Or no?
don't know Miami.
No,
I don't think
they played somebody close. I forgot who it was. I forget. I mean, they squeaked out one against Wake Forest. They got beat by Clemson pretty bad, except towards the end, and they've given up a lot of points in the past couple weeks. So I don't know. We'll see UVA at the end of this in about a month, but that sticks out. I think obviously Miami's continuing to roll. We'll see if they can stay undefeated next week. I think they play Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
And then of course SMU, Miami, and Pitt are the ones I'm really looking at because they're just rocking and rolling right now.
And Clemson's rocking and rolling too.
And Clemson, they had the bye week this week, but yeah, Clemson as well. You're right.
Yeah.
Who do they play next week? They play Louisville.
Yeah, they play Louisville.
We got Duke, Miami next week, Stanford, NC State, UNC, Florida State, Louisville, and Clemson, and then Pitt and SMU. So someone's going to take a loss. Either Pitt's going to get their first loss or SMU will get their second. Yeah, so we'll see. SMU's the favorite right now.
Yeah.
All right. What else you got?
You want to talk some Hokies? Look up the Hokies and the pros.
Sure, let's do it. I was watching some of the Browns game. Wyatt Teller's back. He actually I saw him get a flag. But he is back now, which is good to see. Good to see Wyatt Teller back. They got a good win. Cleveland Browns got a good win against a good Baltimore Ravens team. Won by 5 points. Jameis Winston was actually the quarterback now. Deshaun Watson's out for the season. Didn't know if you saw that.
I didn't saw that.
You didn't?
I didn't.
You did or did? Oh, yeah. Jameis Winston's QB now. See what Tremaine Edmonds did. Oh, Tremaine Edmonds had a heartbreaker against the Bears. But he had 10 tackles against the Commanders. Did you see that game? The Hail Mary from the Commanders?
I saw a highlight of that on TV, yeah.
I saw the highlight. Yeah, I saw the highlight too. But that was a big one. Tough loss for the Bears. But Tremaine Edmonds had a good game. He had 10 tackles. No sacks or anything, but he was pretty active, it looks like. Yep. So let's see who else we got. I'll look up Khalil Herbert, see if he had anything in that game. He did have he had 8 rushing attempts for 16 yards. So, and he had a touchdown. Look at that.
Cool. Good job, Khalil.
Herbert takes off for 52-yard TD. What? Oh no, my bad. Herbert. That's must be. Oh, those are old videos of Khalil Herbert from Virginia Tech. Okay, my bad. I thought maybe they had it on there, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Good for Khalil Herbert. Let's see. He's always been like that. Khalil Herbert's always that guy who could just run it in. That's good to see.
Yeah, and about Kendall Fuller, he still plays for Washington, right?
Yeah. if I'm not mistaken, was he hurt last time we checked? I'm about to see. Fuller. He's with Miami.
Oh,
He had 2 tackles and a pass defended. So
that's good.
not too bad. Not sure how many snaps he got that game, but yeah, not too bad. Heck on, who are we forgetting? Oh, Tim Settle. Tim Settle with the Texans. Texans got a win. He had 3 tackles and another sack. Coming from Saxburg, Virginia, Tim Settle.
Wow.
He now has 4 sacks on the season. He's tied for 21st in the league.
Wow, that's
sacks.
great. Congratulations, Tim Settle. That's great.
Heck yeah, man. Glad to see him doing something good. Who else? Kent? Amari, what's his name?
Shamari Connor.
Shamari Connor.
Yeah.
Wait, is he? Who is it? The guy in the league?
Is it Shamari Connor's played for Kansas, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to spell it. Is it? Oh, here it is. Chamari Connor. I got it. He has 2 R's in his name. They got a win against the Raiders. They're 7-0 right now. He had 3 tackles, and that's about it for that one. But he's playing safety right now, so he's got an important job. But he does have an interception on the season, so looks like he's getting a good amount of snaps. I think that's about everybody. I don't think Tyrod's seen nothing yet. I think they're still sticking with old Aaron Rodgers right now.
Yeah.
But they lost a tough one. So.
I think the only way Tyrod gets on the field is Aaron Rodgers is out for the rest of the season. That's the only way, I think.
You're right. Or if it was just a complete blowout, like they were up by like 30 points, something like that.
Yeah.
That's the only way. But anybody else we can think of?
Nothing I can think of.
All right. Terrell Edmonds. I can never spell his doggone name. Oh, okay. He's with the Steelers. They play tonight. But he has 5 tackles on the season, I think. Yeah, just 5 for this season. But it looks like he's starting to get some snaps. That's good to see. I don't think he played in the beginning. I'm pulling up his stats right now just to see. Yeah, he's only played in 4 games this year. He has 5 tackles. Nothing else sticking out, but good to see him back in action. Good to see him back. You think APR is going to be a first round pick?
Well, he's 6'3", 252 pounds, and Dad say he might not be big enough. He might need to gain some weight. On paper, yeah.
On paper, yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah, on paper, but I'm like, I wonder how serious they take sacks leaders in the country. He's leading the nation in sacks almost.
Yeah.
So it's like, when do you eventually? I wonder how much stock they really put in. Look into that for those guys.
And size, but also size also matter. I'm expecting Xavier Chapman. He'd probably be a first round draft pick. He's 328.
The offensive lineman.
Yeah.
Wait, he's like 6'7" too, right?
It's 6'7", I think.
Good gracious.
Well, I get you an example. You remember Corey Moore, right?
Yes, yeah, I remember that name. Yeah.
Yeah, Corey Moore, and
I remember Corey Moore. Yeah.
Corey Moore, and there was a guy named Cornell Brown. Cornell Brown played in the 95-96 season, and Corey Moore played in the 99 season, 96 to 99. Those guys was great.
Yeah, Corey Moore had that really crazy interview in the national championship game. Remember how he said get those cameras out of his face and all that stuff? Then he said, "Hey" to the Roanoke Times reporter, though. You remember that?
Yeah. I remember. I seen the clips.
That was funny. He was
Yeah.
locked in. He was locked in that for that. But he lightened up when he saw the guy he knew from Roanoke
Yeah.
because he saw a familiar face down there.
Yeah,
Where
I
was
know.
that? Where was that game at? You remember, Kent?
The national championship game?
Yeah.
It was the Sugar Bowl.
I don't remember
New
where it
Orleans.
was. Oh, New
I
Orleans.
think the Sugar Bowl is
Oh
like in.
yeah, it was. It was New Orleans. You're right. I remember that. Yeah.
Anyway, I get your example on Cornell Brown playing 95, 96 season and Cornell. Those two guys was all Americans. They got the numbers retired. And those guys played lights out. They were very good. However, they was 320, not 320, 225, 230, and they couldn't be a first round draft pick. They tried to play linebacker, but they couldn't play linebacker. They was designed to play defensive end. They couldn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
He may have to get a little bigger.
yeah, probably so. I could be wrong. He might get drafted a first round draft pick. APR might get drafted a first round draft pick if he keep on doing what he's doing. But
He's
he probably
6'3", 252.
he probably got to get like to 270, I think.
Yeah.
He needs to probably wait after college.
And he is a senior. So
Yeah.
if he doesn't get picked up on a team, I'd be shocked.
Yeah.
It's no way he doesn't find himself on an NFL roster. There's just no way.
Yeah.
He's just had way too many sacks. Like somebody will take a chance on him, whether it's a draft pick or not. I think he finds himself on an NFL team next year.
Yeah.
I really do. And plus just the reputation of Tech. We've got the reputation of producing guys. So
Yeah.
Absolutely. I just had that on my top of my head. I wanted to ask you that because
Yeah.
I know he's having such a killer season. What about Tootin? Do you think he'll go next year?
I think you gotta go get drafted, maybe second or third round. They say they ain't drafting receivers or running backs in the first round like they used to. That's my dad believes says, but
Yeah, he's 5'11", 209. I mean, I think he'll find a spot too.
I mean, you gotta be like real good. If you're a running back or wide receiver, you gotta be real good. Like draft people in first rounds, quarterbacks, defensive ends, and offensive line.
Well, I'm not saying first round, but like I think he could get drafted. I mean, he's number 5 in the nation in yards. I'm looking
He
at it
might
right now.
possibility third round draft pick if I take a guess. But
Yeah,
look,
it's
third,
him and Amarian Hampton for UNC. Those are the 2 ACC guys in the top 10.
yeah,
But the dude from Boise State's just going crazy. Ashton Genty, he's just going insane.
yeah,
But there's a guy for Iowa right now. There's 4 people right now with 1,000 yards, and Tootin has 951. He's the next guy in line at 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
But he hasn't rushed it as much as these other guys. But Tootin has a lot of rushing touchdowns. He has more than the UNC guy.
Yeah.
So, and I'd be interested to see how many receiving touchdowns these guys have had because I don't know if that's I might could actually do that potentially. Receiving. I don't know if I can find it, but anyway, I feel like Tootin has a lot of receiving touchdowns as well. He's just having a good year overall.
You can find out on HogieSports.com on the roster. You click his name, click stats.
Yeah, I know, but I was going to see if it kind of tracked it for all these leading rushers right now in the country because I'm looking at it on NCAA. Rushing. Anyway, it's all good. What else you got on the agenda, Kent? You got anything else you want to talk about?
Nothing I can think of. That's a great game that we did. 5-3 and 3-1. We still control our destiny.
Yeah, still control it. What we gonna do next week?
Talk about
No, we got the preview.
Syracuse.
All right, we gotta get a dub up there. We gotta go up to New York City, or New York, not New York City, New York, up to Syracuse.
Yeah, New
Battling
York
against the Orange.
Yeah, I guess.
So I know we'll talk about that soon, but we gotta, like you said, control our destiny. Well, we've been saying this every episode, Kent. Got to do it one game at a time, one game, one win at a time.
Yeah.
And we're up to 3. We're up to 3 right now. Let's make it 4.
Yeah. I guess I can close it out. I guess.
All right, let's do it.
Thank you, everybody, so much for watching this episode of Virginia Tech Football Show, Season 2, Episode 15. Can Virginia Tech ends the Syracuse curse this Saturday? You find out in the preview this week. Anyway, till next time here on the Virginia Tech Football Show, I'm your host, Kent. She likes to be on Joel. Like, comment, subscribe button. Really, what's up? Let's go, Hokies.
Let's go, Hokies. See you, Kent.
See you.